Alright, good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to your daily Bitcoin update. The situation, to be completely honest with you, since yesterday has not changed completely. There are some things that have changed and which we will talk about. I mean, first of all, I think technically right now, Bitcoin is actually looking a little bit more bullish. I mean, the price action that we're seeing right now, which I would describe as a very slow climb, which you can also see with the EMAs. Look, the EMAs are not completely flat. I mean, when they're completely flat or just moving up and down very quickly, then we're in a straight up consolidation. But now they're slowly moving up, and that really does remind me of a time like this at the end of October, but also a time like this right here at the middle of November when the price just slowly creeped up, and then eventually that led to a bull run. So purely technically, if the situation is similar right now to then you would assume that at some point of time we would break above 44,600 and 44,500 and that we would rally. Now, obviously the situation right now is more difficult because of the fundamentals, because of the ETF news, right? So the majority of the time in this video that we'll talk about Bitcoin will also be about the ETF news, because I do have my thoughts about that. I do want to stress that nobody really knows, right? I mean, if the ETF gets rejected, I'm pretty certain we'll drop down pretty heavily. But then after we've dropped down, I do think we can get some bullish momentum again as well, because markets have been strong for a while. And the ETF helps, but it's not only the ETF, and we have the halving coming up obviously later this year. So yeah, and if it gets, we'll talk about the other scenarios a little bit later. I mean, one of the other things that's different right now, look, if you look at Bitcoin right now in terms of open interest, it's practically the same, all right? It's low, but it's the same. Perhaps there's even a slight increase right here. So that goes hand in hand with my theory that technically we're actually leaning bullish instead of bearish. But the volume right now in the markets is absolutely, it's very low, all right? So if you look at the volume right now for Bitcoin, I think around New Year's we were at this volume as well. So it's not that we're at levels that we've never seen before. But these levels, like $15 billion, I mean, we haven't seen those levels for a while. I mean, we saw it around Christmas for Bitcoin at least. Then we saw it around New Year's, but then it quickly changed. And we also saw it right here, the 10th and 11th of December. It's pretty low, and it's only the morning on Sunday, at least in my time zone. So it's probably going to drop down a little bit lower. So what that means is that when we get the ETF news in the next couple of days, it's going to make the market move a lot, right? We're probably going to have a huge candle. Like I said, if it gets rejected, it seems pretty likely to me that we'll just drop down heavily. And if we drop down to 38,000, that would be a blessing, because I think we can actually drop down much lower to 34,000 even. If it gets postponed, which I think is a very realistic scenario, I'm actually not sure what will happen. I would say it's actually long-term bullish, but I think the sentiment in the market right now is that it would be bearish. So then again, I also expect a drop, but then I think this level around 40,000 and 40,000 and 41,000 could hold, potentially with a spike down to 38,000. Now, if it gets accepted, we'll break above 44,600 easily, rally up to 47,500, and I think it's even possible to rally up to 50,000, but that I will leave to the future me to decide when we actually spike. We'll at least be bullish, all right? That's what I'm pretty certain of. But then again, after that bullish spike, who knows what will happen? We could also drop down pretty severely afterwards. So in general, expect volatility. I would wait. I wouldn't trade right now. It's just you cannot really predict what's going to happen with the ETF. So be careful, know that, and position yourself accordingly. But those are my thoughts. So if you do have any questions, then let me know. I'll keep you updated on this, so don't worry. Don't forget to check out my premium and signal group. Very valuable. We haven't taken a trade in yesterday, but overall we're very much profitable also in these market circumstances. So if you're interested in that, consider joining. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.